Yo, what's up, them boys, man? I'm finally watched DCU's All-Star Superman. This is the first time I've ever watched DC animated movie, I think, in like maybe years. I feel like maybe the last one I watched was when I was a kid, and I can't even remember that. I have one on Blu-ray of Batman, The Dark Knight, but I don't even think I watched that. So listen, man, this is my first DCU one. And it's All-Star Superman, All-Star Superman. There's been a lot of talks about All-Star Superman because there's been some inklings about, oh, James Gunn is going to use some of this into his storyline for the new Superman film, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to lie, if he's using some of the plot in this, we're gonna be in for a treat. Let me tell you, I can understand why people are like, oh, if he's gonna take some adaptation of this, James Gunn or whatever, because this shit right here, damn. This is the first Superman movie I watched that's animated in like God knows how long, probably since I was a kid, bro. I can't even lie to you. This right here, DCU All Star Superman. Why didn't I watch this sooner, bro? This is the Superman that we need. The story and everything, and I'm not even seeing the full thing because it's just a movie. So I'm assuming there's a comic book series, and it goes into more depth, and we only seen a little bit of the things in here, bro. This shit right here was so fucking good. It's crazy how good this was. It's like actually kind of crazy, and it's not even action heavy oriented. It's just the story beats the storyline. The thing with Lois Lane, Superman getting clipped. You know what I'm saying? Is that always like the premise of Superman? I feel like that's like his thing. Like he is death of Superman. This All Star one has him being for something fixing the sun. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get clipped if he doesn't fix the sun and shit like that. He just be dying, man. Like in the DCU, the movie version, he just got clipped and shit like that. Why he just always be dying and shit like that? Is that like part of his story arc and shit like that? But overall, I enjoyed this fucking. Hey, man, I'm not trying to curse so much, but bro, I enjoyed this movie so damn much, bro. Lois Lane is, you know what I'm saying? She's brown skin in this. It might be a little too DEI for some people, but she looked good in this film, man. It's animated, of course, but it's funny. I mean, Jimmy Olsen is in this bit too. I don't. He was in a dress in one of the scenes too. That kind of caught me off guard. I don't know if that's like part of his thing. That he just be being in dresses and like going on the cover and shit like that. God damn. Let me talk to y'all. Overall, I did enjoy the film. I feel like the art style still holds up, even though like I think this released in 2008 or some shit like that. I mean, it's not that old. 2006, right before we got HD. Right before we got HD. So the most they got on here is 480p. But it's not bad. It still looks pretty good. And I think it's really written well. You know what I'm saying? There's some good, scenes in here, but Superman be getting whooped in here a lot. So I don't think the point was of showing his strength a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he gets whooped a little bit, but then once he does, he's like One Punch Man in this kind of thing. Like he's like, once he fights, it's like you're pretty much done. But I did enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? I liked how there was supervillains throughout the whole thing. It wasn't just Lex Luthor. Like, you kind of almost, you don't forget that he's there. It's always lingering in the background, but there's this whole other thing that goes on first. With the Lois Lane plot, and I can't spoil too much. The son, let's say the son is a plot there, and let's just say not his son, not like his son, but the son. His secret identities and play in here a lot. It's just a lot going on, you know what I mean? It was really good. It's condensed and concise, you know what I'm saying? It made me want to read I almost said manga. It made me want to read the comic. So, I mean, it did its job, and that's what it was supposed to do. So, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that today because I just watched this morning, and I wanted to talk to you guys about some shit I watched, man. All-Star Superman. It's pretty good. What I don't want James Gunn to take from this is probably the whole Samson thing and the whole Ultra Finks thing. I think that's a little too much comic-y. It's a little too comic-y. I like the Lex Luthor dynamic that was in this between Lex and Clark Kent. I was like, I was surprised, a little more surprised by that because I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot Clark Kent is going to be interacting with him too. I mean, because he's on the cover, but he's interviewing him and shit like that, like just getting information from him and just, oh, why do you think about this with Superman and this, that, and the third? It's pretty cool. So I want them to take aspects of that, like just the chemistry that they had there. Maybe they can build on to that. Maybe it was built more in the comics. I don't know. I'm gonna read it, after this. But it was cool, man. And seeing their dynamic was cool, and even seeing Lois Lane having the hallucinations and shit like that. That all comic book stuff. You know what I'm saying? All comic book stuff. So I already know they're gonna take some of that out. But it was cool to see like how she was almost thinking that, oh, why you been doing this to me? Why you been sabotaging me all these years and shit like that? You could have been told me that you're impersonating Clark Kent, Superman. You're not really Clark Kent. Where's my Clark Kent? You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. I think I'm spoiling it already by saying all of this, man. But I'm gonna talk to y'all boys later. Let me know what you guys think. If you have already watched it, what do you think they're gonna take from this animated film into the new James Gunn Superman film? Besides the costume looking fire as hell. You know what I'm saying? Besides all that, and besides him flying to the... I'm not going to say too much, man. I'm going to talk to y'all boys later, though. Peace.